2026 is already an awesome year for manga. We're getting new editions of series like Witch Hat Atelier and Attack on Titan. Classics like Battle Royale and Beck are finally back. And Billy Bat is making his English debut, which has been a long time coming. There are also some new titles I'm really excited about, like Ichi the Witch and Centuria, and that's just scratching the surface. Before I get into it, everything here is either a new edition or a new title releasing in 2026. No ongoing series. I covered a lot of those in my 2025 video, so I'll link that below if you're looking for more. Also, real quick, a lot of you watching aren't subscribed yet. If you enjoy these kinds of videos, it really does help the channel more than you know. So if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. Okay, there's a lot I'm excited to talk about, so let's get into it. Starting with new additions. Some of these are series getting the premium treatment for the first time, and some are long overdue upgrades. First up, we have the Oldboy Deluxe Edition, out now from Dark Horse. I have to start here because the manga is the inspiration behind one of my all-time favorite films. I have a lot to thank these creators for. Oldboy has been out of print for a while, but now we have a new deluxe edition with a noir-inspired cover made with metallic silver foil paper, an oversized 7x10 format, and a ribbon bookmark. The story follows a man who wakes up free after 10 years in a private prison, with no idea who took him or why, and now he wants answers. It doesn't hold back. The first volume collects volumes 1 through 4, and volume 2 wraps up the remaining 4. So the complete series is just 2 books. If you're looking for something compact that doesn't waste your time, this is it. Also out now is the Ghost in the Shell Legacy Edition manga box set from Kodansha. And I actually just did a full video on this one, so I'll keep it brief here. This is the first English release of the series presented exactly as it was originally printed in Japan. This alone makes it my favorite edition of the series so far. The box set itself is really well put together. You get an open front slipcase with new artwork of Major Motoko Kusanagi in these rich purple hues, 3 hardcover volumes with a clean mechanical look, and a paper quality that's up there with the deluxe editions. But the extras are what set this one apart. You get set of posters pulled from the Cyber Deluxe box set never released in English before, printed on metallic paper, vinyl stock, and holographic gloss, and they come rolled in a rigid box so there are no creases. These are actually displayable. On top of that, there's a set of multicolored Fujikoma stickers also from Cyber Deluxe, and a double-sided poster where Masamune Shiro breaks down his artistic process, also never translated into English before. If you want the full breakdown, I'll link that video below. Next up is the Appleseed Deluxe Edition from Dark Horse, releasing in August, another one from Masamune Shiro, actually predating the Ghost in the Shell. A lot of you mentioned being excited for this one in my Legacy Edition video, and I am too. Wraparound 6-color cover art on silver foil, 4 color-in sheets, ribbon bookmark, and metallic gilded page edges. Similar to what we saw with the Planetes Deluxe. It collects all 4 volumes, so the complete story is in one hardcover, and I'm really looking forward to this one. We're also getting a Die Dark Deluxe Edition coming from 7 Seas, and I'll be honest, I was surprised to see this one get a deluxe edition so soon, especially since it's still ongoing. But it's the latest series from Kyuha Yoshida, the creator of Dorohedoro, and if you know her work, you know the art style alone is worth it. The series follows Zaha Senko, a guy whose bones are said to grant any wish, including the power to rule the universe. Problem is, he's still alive and has no interest in being torn apart for it. It's dark, twisted, and funny, and I've really been enjoying it. The deluxe edition comes in at 5.875 by 8.25 inches. Here's hoping a Dorohedoro Deluxe Edition comes one day too. Then we have the Battle Royale Deluxe Edition from Yin Press out now, and this one is finally back in print after years of being unavailable. Battle Royale is one of the most pivotal death game manga ever made and one of my all-time favorites, so seeing it back in print was a big deal for me. The deluxe edition is an oversized hardcover at 7x10 inches with matte white paper, sewn binding, and noticeably sharper print quality than the old Tokyo Pop releases. The line work is cleaner, contrast is stronger, and the art holds up incredibly well at this size. The translation has been updated too, and I couldn't be happier about this. Battle Royale had a poor translation through Tokyo Pop, not unusual for that era, but for me it was one of their worst offenders. Now everything just reads so well. Faithful, not corny or altered for Western audiences like the first release was. Sound effects are also translated directly on the page now, which the older editions never did, and there's no censorship, which for a series this graphic is exactly as it should be. 5 volumes are planned, and if you want a closer look, I have a full video on this one. Also arriving this year is the Attack on Titan Definitive Edition from Kodansha, and after covering all the editions on this channel, this one has been a long time coming. Attack on Titan is a titan in the industry at this point, some of the best lore, setup, and world building in all of manga, and has never had a proper hardcover release. The Colossal editions were oversized, which was great, but the paperback covers were flimsy and prone to damage, and the design left something to be desired. So this news was exciting. This edition collects the first 3 volumes in one hardcover with a faux leather cover, gold foil stamping, library-style binding, and a color art gallery with exclusive bonus features not even included in the Japanese release. It was originally planned for this summer but has been pushed to December 1st. I'll have a full review when it releases, so stay tuned. A Jujutsu Kaisen complete box set is also coming in October, all 30 volumes plus Volume 0 in a double-sided poster. If you've been waiting to collect the complete series, this is a great way to do so. One of my favorite new series, Gachiakuta, is also getting a box set this fall, volumes 1 through 10 of the manga with premium covers, and a graffiti-covered dumpster-shaped box set with a cotton tote bag made from recycled material. The first images look like they fit the style of the series really well, so I'm excited to pick this one up, and I'm interested to see what those premium covers are all about. If you haven't started Gachiakuta yet, this seems like it will be a great way to do so. I'll review it when it comes out, so stay tuned. And finally, for the new editions, my most anticipated alongside Battle Royale and Attack on Titan, the Witch Hat Atelier Grimoire Edition arriving May 5th. If you know Witch Hat Atelier, you know the art is on another level. Kamamome Shirahama's work is delicate but incredibly detailed. The panel structure is unlike anything else in manga, and the way magic and emotion are conveyed visually is something you genuinely have to see. This series is well deserving of a special edition. The Grimoire Edition is going to be an extra large format with premium paper, intricate gold foil covers, and exclusive bonus content. It collects volumes 1 through 3, and I have a video showcasing the edition coming soon. Now for new titles and debuts. These are the series that either have never been available in English before or are being reprinted, and a couple of these are long awaited. Speaking of long awaited, we are finally getting Billy Bat in English thanks to Kana. If you're not familiar with Kana, they're a French publisher now printing in the US with some already impressive releases like Leviathan and Manhole. But Billy Bat is huge. This is a Naoki Urasawa title as fans have been waiting on for years. Urasawa is one of the greatest manga creators we have, Monster, Pluto, 20th Century Boys, and Billy Bat belongs right up there with the best of his work. Complete at 20 volumes, and I'm looking forward to its release in June. I have a full guide to all of Urasawa's works on the channel if you'd like to learn more. This next one, Beck, is one I've kept hoping would get a reprint, and it's finally happening. It's one of my all-time favorites, and since I don't have the Tokyo Pop paperbacks, I'll be showing my French Perfect Edition so you can see the panels. The series follows Yukio, a 14-year-old with no real direction, until a chance meeting with a 16-year-old guitarist named Ryusuke pulls him into music and sets the two of them off to achieve his dream of making the ultimate band. For me, Beck is one of the best manga about music ever made, but also one of the best manga in general. Beck is complete at 34 volumes. The new release will be oversized premium paperback omnibuses collecting 2 volumes each, with some color pages and exclusive cover illustrations. So 17 omnibuses total are expected. I couldn't be happier this one is finally back. This next one is releasing in spring 2026 from Kodansha. MF Ghost is the continuation of one of my all-time favorites, Initial D, also by Shuichi Shigeno. Set in the near future where self-driving cars have taken over, there's still an organization called MFG, keeping street racing with internal combustion engines alive, run by Ryosuke Takahashi. The story follows Kanata Livingston, a 19-year-old rookie showing up high-performance European cars in his Toyota 86, who's also searching for his father. One that's out right now is Centuria from Viz's SIG imprint, and this is one of my favorite newer series right now, right up there with the Bugle Call and Tower Dungeon. It follows Julian, sold into slavery by his own mother, who ends up caught in something far bigger than himself after a chance encounter on a slave ship changes the direction of his life completely. This world is harsh and never lets up, and the story doesn't pull any punches. It's dark, it pulls you in fast, and it keeps your attention. This one has been on my radar since day one, and it hasn't disappointed. Ichi the Witch is also out now from Viz, and it's one of the most exciting new fantasy shonen in a while. You've got the artist from Act Age paired with the creator of Arumakun, a killer team, and what they put together has real charm, great art style, and characters you actually care about. It has a great world and setup too. Magic exists through beings called magics, and only women are supposed to be able to become witches. Ichi is a reclusive hunter who gets drawn into this world through sheer bloodlust and ends up becoming the only male witch, completely breaking the rules of how magic works in this world. If you enjoy series like Maji or Witch Hat, this one is worth picking up. Releasing in June from Titan Manga, we have Aoashi, which is finally getting an English manga release in an omnibus format, with Volume 1 collecting the first 3 volumes of the original series. It follows Ashito Aoi, a middle schooler whose raw potential catches the eye of a J-Youth League coach, who invites him to try out for his team in Tokyo. What I love about this series is that our MC isn't overpowered. He has to grind, make mistakes, and work hard to improve. That really makes him easy to root for. If you're looking for a soccer manga that's realistic but still entertaining, this is it. It's one of the best sports manga out there and still feels underrated for how good it is. Sunken Rock is out now from Kodama in a Perfect Edition release, and this one has been a long time coming. This is by Boichi, one of the creators of Dr. Stone, and for the longest time, none of his seinen work was available in English until now. It follows Kin, orphaned young due to his family's Yakuza ties, who ends up becoming the head of a local gang in Korea, all the while trying to keep that a secret from the girl he's after. It has great action, strong romance, and Boichi balances humor and serious moments really well. The art is exactly what you'd expect from Boichi. It's just incredible. It's one of the best seinen you can collect this year, and the perfect edition format does it justice. Another one that's out now is Bug Ego, with story by One, the writer of One Punch Man and Mob Psycho 100, with art by Kyoto Shitara that's absolutely next level. It follows two friends who discover hacks, instructions in a mysterious notebook that can alter reality. It starts out fun but takes a dark turn fast. It has that daunted-on weirdness but with the character charm of Mob Psycho, and there's real horror in here too. This one is already a hit for me and I can't wait for more. Kana are really killing it this year because they're also releasing Hideout, arriving October 13th by Masasumi Kakizaki. You may know from Rainbow, Greenblood, and more. I couldn't be happier we're getting more of his work in English. Here's hoping Rainbow and Greenblood follow soon too. Hideout gets under your skin fast and is an absolute descent into madness. The art is top-notch as expected from Kakizaki, and it comes collected in a single volume with the full color pages from the original serialization fully preserved. Smile is out now from Kodama, and this one grabbed me immediately. As someone who is fascinated by cults, whether it's Rosemary's Baby, Midsummer, the original Wicker Man, or manga like 20th Century Boys, this was right up my alley. The series follows Yushi Kamamome, a freelance writer devastated by the loss of his daughter. His wife leaves him and he's just drifting, a shell of himself. Then one day a flyer from a strange religious group called the Heart Laughing Society catches his eye, featuring an image of his estranged wife. What follows is a gripping, unsettling descent into the world of this cult. It's mysterious, thrilling, and completely creepy in the best way. There's something about a smile in the right context that gets under your skin, and this series knows exactly how to use that. I couldn't put it down. One of the most exciting releases this year has to be Jagaaan, arriving September 29th from Kana, and this was on my most wanted list for a while. It's written by Muneyuki Kaneshiro, one of the creators of Blue Lock, with art by Kensuke Nishida. If you love sci-fi horror like Gaunt's and Parasite, this one is right up your alley, but it's very much its own thing. The series follows a main character infected by a parasitic frog called a frenzied frog, which morphs its host into something terrifying. Once turned, they're called fractured humans, and the monstrous forms they take on are the physical representation of their deepest desires. It's graphic, bloody, shocking at times, and it holds nothing back. The art is some of the best I've ever seen, the character designs, the expressions, but especially the fractured humans. They are genuinely nightmarish, and I love every panel of them. Really excited it's finally coming. Lonely Deathlight Thick as Snow is out now from Vertical from the creators of My Dearest Self with Malice Afterthought, and fingers crossed that one is coming soon too. This is a dark, gritty thriller mystery that follows Detective Jin Seiki, who heads to a mansion after a routine burglary report, and what he finds sends shockwaves through the department. It's a heavy, suspenseful crime thriller, and exactly what you'd expect from this team if you've read their previous work. This next one is arriving December 8th from Dark Horse. It's Suicide Island by Koji Mori, the creator of one of my all-time favorites, Holy Land. Presented in English for the first time, and I couldn't be happier we're finally getting some of his work translated. Sei is sent to a remote island after an attempt on his own life, left to either find a reason to live or finally finish what he started. Society has written these people off, and the island reflects that. Haunted characters, constant conflict, and a threat of sanity that keeps getting thinner and thinner. It's often compared to Cage of Eden and Battle Royale, and I definitely second that. Complete at 17 volumes, this is one to look forward to. Here's hoping Holy Land gets the same treatment one day. Also arriving from Dark Horse, we're getting the credits roll into the sea, arriving July 7th, and this one is a slice of life gem. Umiko is a 65-year-old retired woman grieving her late husband. Remembering how they used to watch films together, she goes to the theater for the first time in years and meets Kai, a young filmmaking student. What starts as an unlikely connection leads to Umiko enrolling in the same film school, suddenly immersed in a much younger generation, and questioning everything she thought she knew about life, wisdom, and what she still wants from it. It's never too late to chase your dreams, and this series captures that beautifully. If you enjoy slice-of-life manga like Blue Period or Hiro Yosumi, this is one I highly recommend. And to close things out, the Ultra Power Mongol Invasion from Fantagraphics out November 10th, and if you watch the channel, you know I'm a huge fan of Kago's work. Dementia 21 and Brain Damage are both one of a kind, and Fantagraphics always put out high-quality releases, so this one is an easy recommendation. In Kago's version of history, Genghis Khan's empire was built not on soldiers and war horses, but on the animated severed hands of giants. It only gets wilder from there. These hands spread across Asia and Europe, become indispensable to modern life, mutate into other body parts, and eventually get weaponized as the world spirals into exactly the kind of greedy, war-hungry chaos you'd expect from a Kago story, with fascinating body horror as well. It sounds wacky and unhinged in the best way possible, and I can't wait to read it. Before I close out, I want to mention a few honorable mentions I'm also excited about in 2026. Also coming this year, Statues, Junji Ito's Story Collection, Galaxias, Alice in Borderland Retry, Deep Cell Aquarium Magmel, Chisa Kobe, Idol, The 5-Star Stories, Ultimate Exorcist Kiyoshi, The Magnificent Bastard, Seeds of Anxiety, Solo Leveling Ragnarok, Immortality and Punishment, and a Judge Ultimate Verdict Edition. A lot to look forward to, and 2026 is already shaping up to be such an awesome year for manga. More announcements are sure to come, and I'll have reviews up on the channel as these release, so stay tuned. What are you most looking forward to collecting this year, and what are you still hoping gets announced? Let me know in the comments. A big thank you to my Patreon supporters. I really appreciate the support. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.